Hello students. Today our topic of discussion is notice writing. This format is specially for the students following ICSE board. Before starting directly with the format and details of the notice, let us first understand why we at all need to have any knowledge of what a notice looks like or how it can be written. A notice is used as a formal piece of information to communicate something, and its target audience is a specific group of people. A notice can be put up on the notice board of a housing society to inform about a certain cultural program or renovation of the children's park, or a marketplace to inform about the latest circus coming to town for performance. More relevantly, it can be for the students of a school or a particular group of students of a school to inform them of some upcoming activity. The notice writing format that we will follow has mainly 6 parts. As you can see, the parts are title or heading, the name of the event that has to be announced, the date on which the event will take place, the specific time of the event, the venue or place where this event will be held, and finally the necessary details of the event. Before moving on to the format, remember one thing, that various educational boards follow various formats of notice writing. So it is best that you remain updated with the one followed by the board you study in and do not confuse with other formats. The first part of the notice writing is the title. Think of the title of a trailer of a movie. Unless it is creative and eye-catching, people will not be interested in the plot of the movie, right? The poster has to look interesting to attract the audience to give it a second look as well. It's the same with the title of the notice. It must be creative and short. It is preferred that you keep the title of the notice limited to 3 words and do not go beyond that. It cannot be lifted directly from the event of the notice. For example, if your notice is about a dance competition, you should not put your title as simply dance competition. Try something interesting like Footloose or Step Up. Here we come to the third point, that is, the title must be directly linked to the theme of the notice. A notice for a cooking contest cannot be titled Bookworm, as it has no connection to the event. Some prefer to use an exclamation mark after the title, but it is not compulsory to do so. And even if you add an exclamation mark, make sure you don't use more than one. You may underline the title as well. Writing the title in all block letters or capital letters is optional as well. The next line is that of the event. This will be clearly mentioned in your question, so the exact name of the event has to be written here. As you can see on the screen, I have mentioned a few examples of events for school-based notice writing. The next line is that for the date of the event. Here I will remind you to remain updated with the format followed, as the date, time and venue can also be written as on, from and at. Here I will be showing you the notice writing format with the date, time and venue pattern. If you stop thinking of the notice as just a part of your syllabus and try to think of it as a practical way to communicate, you cannot put up a notice for an event that will take place the next day, right? You need to give the people some time to come across the notice and decide about the event, whether they want to participate or not. So the practical date to put in your notice is a week or 2 ahead in the future. So the date that you choose for your notice has to be in the future and within a couple of weeks. Unlike the formal or informal letters, the date cannot be the date of writing the notice. It must be in future. Secondly, the day on which that particular date is falling must be mentioned as well. As you can see on the screen, the last tab shows you how to write the date of the notice, including the day of the week it is falling on. Remember not to organize any event on a Sunday, as it is not practical to keep a cultural or sports event related to your school on an official holiday of the country. Moving on, we have the time of the event. This is the time duration when the event will be going on. Remember to mention both the beginning and ending time of the event. One mistake commonly made by students is where they write 12 noon but confuse it with AM or PM. So, it is best that you avoid 12 noon in the time and keep the time something practical, where maybe an event starts in the morning and is over by afternoon or evening. As we come to the venue of the event, we follow a particular pattern here. You need to write the smaller venue followed by the larger venue. Just two parts of the venue, and following the current pattern of the notice, you do not need to write any pin code or such details. The examples on the screen show how the auditorium or playground are for the smaller venue, and the name of the school or area are for the larger venue. The last part of the notice is where you write the necessary details. There is no need to mention your name or introduce yourself here. You can simply start in a way like, "This is to inform," and you mention your target audience, for example, students of classes 7 to 12, or the members of the school dance club. Mention the details as asked for in the question. The other two parts that you need to mention are the person to contact for more information regarding the event and the last day by which they have to contact this person. The contact person should be a teacher or a school captain or a person at the post of authority. There is absolutely no need to stretch this part with unnecessary parts like welcoming people or requesting them to join the program. The tone of this part must be formal and direct, so you can understand that there is no scope for adding unnecessary sentences to make it long. I hope you got a detailed understanding of notice writing through this video. Practice as many topics of notice as possible and try to have fun while learning.